Hello, it is Tuesday and welcome back to another weekly vlog. I didn't do any filming yesterday and you're going to find out why. Now I'm still coughing. Nothing happening in the house all day yesterday. I've still got this bloody cold thing. I got a parcel today. It came ripped open, so the Royal Mail weren't very good, and it's full of presents. I haven't even taken them out of there because I know they're Christmas presents. I have fished out the card and it's from Chris and Toria, and there's presents in there for all of us for Christmas, and there's a present in there for me for my birthday. I'm not even going to take them out of the box because the dogs will eat them if they find them and I will get them confused with stuff I've wrapped up. I know Chris and Toria don't watch YouTube anymore, so in the tiny chance that they are, thank you so much. I will have messaged you obviously. But yeah, and I've got 2 Christmas cards now, one from Chris and Toria and one from Louisa and her family. Usually I get in there first, but I have them all written. All my Christmas cards are done. I just have to post them. I want to wrap up presents, like I've got presents for Chris and Toria and for Kelly, Dave and Alice, and I want to get those wrapped up and posted with the Christmas cards, so I need to get my arse a move on and get that done really. So that's what's happening today. Isaac will be due back soon from school, so we'll get tackled into the old homework. Yeah, I have to tell you. Oh, you've heard me whinging about money for teachers before. I don't know if I whinged about this last week, because I have 3 weeks worth of vlogs to still edit, which is a disgrace, which is what I will be doing this afternoon. So end of every year we have to give money for a teacher, a present for the teachers, the bus driver, the headmaster and the secretary for doing their flipping job. So anyway, one came round for Christmas presents for aforementioned people. I'm thinking, fucking hell. I mean, really? So the person that does the collection is the mother of the one with the mask. You know, the one that we had to take the 10 days in because of COVID, who lied about it. The one that was visiting our neighbour. So she's taken PayPal payments for these presents, and I sent across the PayPal, and every single person, because it's a group message with all the parents of the class, every single person that sent across the payment, she said, thanks, I got that, thanks Marielle, I got that, thanks Paula, I got that. Completely ignored the fact I'd sent money across. And I had to put in the public thing, so did you get my money then? Yes, thanks. And she completely ignored the money I sent out. She's such a petty cow. I mean, really? So I had to give money for that, which I wasn't best pleased about, it has to be said. And then this thing came home from school called Half the Pot. They sent home 5 envelopes a week for 4 weeks, and you're not asked to buy some, you're asked to buy all of them. I don't have brothers and sisters, neither does my mum. My dad barely speaks or knows any of his, so I don't have all these people I can go to ask to buy these things. So we have to, between us, buy £5 tickets a week for 4 weeks. You think that's not a lot of money, it's a £5 a week, it's no big deal. So there's that. And then they asked for items to make up hampers, Christmas hampers for a raffle. It's like, fine, okay. So I sent in a box of chocolates and some other sweetie stuff. Then they sent home £10 tickets for us to buy to win the raffle, to win the hampers that we had provided the stuff for. So we've provided the prizes for the hampers, and we have to, and hang on, see if I can get the exact wording of this for you. Where is it? As you can tell, it's grinded my gears. So actually, I might well put it up on the screen if I can find it. We kindly ask you to sell 10 raffle ticket strips, and they've put that in bold. The proceeds of the hamper will go to school funds while Isaac leaves the school this year, so he'll not get any benefit of that. Each strip costs £1. Please put the full name and phone number of the buyer on the back of each strip. Place all 10 strips into the envelope along with the £10. So there's no sell what you can. There's no, it would be appreciated if you could sell as many as you can. There's sell 10 of these and give us a tenner. And it's like, right, well, you've just asked for money for the teachers, 2 of, classroom assistant, 1 of, secretary, bus driver, headmaster. Then you've asked me for a £5 a week for 4 weeks for this Half the Pot competition. Now you're asking me for a tenner for a raffle for items that we've already provided as the prizes. And I, for one, am fucking scunnered, to be quite honest with you. It's too much. They're always asking for money. And I mean, everybody's skint at this time of year. So anyway, that's my complaint out of the way. And the process to get your vaccine passports is a nightmare. I don't know if you've got yours yet. Me and Darren got ours a couple of weeks ago. I got them. My God. I don't know what it's like anywhere else, but here you have to sign up for like a Access Northern Ireland account, which is a pain in the arse. You get so many texts, confirm this number, confirm this link, So you've done all that. Then you have to upload a picture of your driving licence, which you can't upload one, you have to take it there and then. So there's no like, take the picture, upload it at a later date. Nope, you must take it while you're doing the application. Also, while you're doing it, it keeps crashing because so many other people are trying to do it. Then you have to take a selfie. At the time, you can't upload a picture and you have to get your face inside this circle of a thing. Excuse me. Eventually, me and Darren got ours approved. This is before it came on the news that it was going to be compulsory. I don't know if that's in England or just here, but here you have to have a vaccine passport to get into music venues and stuff like that. And we've 2 gigs booked next year, which to be honest might be cancelled. One of them's open air, the other is Hailstorm. And we're seated for that, so I'm not as nervous about that one. It was also, we're seated in the front row, so there's nobody in front of us. Excuse me. But trying to get for my mum and dad, no chance. My dad is supposed to be going to see Status Quo with my aunt in January, so he needs one. But he doesn't have a mobile phone, he doesn't have an email address, so I've set up an email address for him. But I can't use my mobile phone number because it recognises it as being tied to me. So you can't use the same mobile for numerous people. And it's a flipping nightmare. And I'm like putting down no, he doesn't have a mobile. And apparently people that don't have these things have to phone for a form. And then they have to go with the physical documentation, proof, to somewhere else. I've just remembered that I forgot to send Isaac in with money for his credit union savings account this week. Fucking hell, Lisa. Oh dear. So you see, it just came to me when I'm talking about ID. You have to go present your ID somewhere at a counter to get your vaccine passport, and this vaccine passport is only valid for 3 months, and you have to do the whole thing again. And they've brought down the timescale, or they're bringing down the timescale for your booster from 6 to 3 months, which means I can go get mine now. So I have to see when that's coming into place, or is that just in England? The thing that really frustrates me is the news that we get. Obviously we get regional news like everyone does, but the main news just always concentrates on England, England, England. And it's like, if you're in Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, you're constantly being bombarded with what the rules in England are. And it's really confusing. It's like, why are we being bombarded with that? Why are you not putting on the main news, this is the rules for this place, this place, this. Why just 1 out of the 4? It doesn't seem fair to me. So all this stuff on the news today about masks being now compulsory, that never changed here. But the thing about the 3-month thing rather than 6 months, does that apply to the whole UK or is that just England? I have no flipping idea, so I'll have to look that up. So yeah, there's my rant for Tuesday morning. I shall get off this now and wait for Isaac to come. I'm saying morning, it's not morning, it is 2:30. So he'll be home in about half hour. So yeah. Hope you're all well, folks, and I'll catch up with you later in the week. Hello. This is a rather dishevelled face of someone who's been wrapping presents for 4.5 hours. But she has wrapped all of her Christmas presents. They are all done. Isaacs are wrapped and under that Scooby-Doo thing. These are all my Christmas cards written. These are the things that need to go in the post. It's Kelly and Dave's on the bottom, Chris and Toria's, and Darren's dad and Kath. Oh my goodness, my mum's and my dad's, other friends, different Secret Santa for school. So that is everything, folks. All done. Darren's is in another room because we're doing this silly Secret Santa thing. I still have to put the washing away. I'm not doing it now because my back is going crazy. Isaac's advent calendars over there. We'll open those in a minute. Oh, dear me. And there's this, the dishevelled bed I've been wrapping on. And there is some leftovers. It's Assos from my mum's jogging bottoms. She can never find jogging bottoms that are long enough, so Assos do them if you ever need them. Look at how nice it looks outside today. Don't let it fool you, it's cold. Looks nice though. Look at that big cloud over the hill. Right, go downstairs for the first time today. I got up this morning and I've been wrapping for 4.5, 5 hours. So I think it's time to go and get something to drink. Okay, so this is part of my normal weekly vlogs, but it's the first day of Vlogmas. I'm not doing Vlogmas every day this year. I've just finished doing all those presents, and can I be arsed doing arty-farty music and stuff over? No, I can't. So, Isaac's opening the first of his 2 advent calendars, which is a Haribo one. Don't think it's going to be any surprise what is going to be inside.
My question is, how do I open it? Do I do this? Oh, yes, that's how I do it. Ooh! Mini packet of Haribos.
Mini packet of Haribos. I tell you what, that's £5 that bloody calendar is for tiny little bags like that.
I know, but there's a lot of them.
Right, do you want to do your other one?
Yes, I do. That's number 1. Oh, I found that quickly. It's the first place I looked. Right here. How do I open it?
So this is a Baby Yoda stationery calendar. Wanted to try and get one that was a bit different.
If it would just come out. 10 hours later. I get it. Baby Yoda sharpener.
A little sharpener today. Can we see? Yeah, so everything in it is Baby Yoda.
One of these is a pencil case. Look at the size of it.
No, I doubt it's a pencil case. Maybe pens or pencils. Right. Homework time, unfortunately. Hello, it is Thursday. Oh my god, is that all traffic? Oh crap. Right, there's a light system traffic in place. So I had to some woman thankfully let me out, so just needed to give her a wave. They're doing, I think we got a letter a couple of weeks ago to say they were going to be doing work on the water lines or something. So they're down the road outside our house, and I had to put 2 wheels on the pavement to get past. The truck was so wide my car wouldn't fit down the side, and now they've got like a traffic light system that they put in place with roadworks right outside the turn-in that takes you from our road onto the main road. So that's going to be a nightmare when I come back, because it's going to be like tea time. Nightmare. Anyway, it's Thursday. I didn't feel up to going into my mum's on Tuesday. I'm still coughing. There we go. Because I've had oh, Lisa! I've had this really horrible cold. I'm left with a cough, but going back to like a couple of years back, I had a cough that lasted about 3 months after like the virus had gone. So the whole horrible head thing, I had such bad trouble with my sinuses, which I don't normally get. Darren gets it all the time, but I don't get it. Where like my ears and my teeth, I thought, shit, I've got toothache, but then the pain started to move, and then it was all my top teeth, and Darren says, oh yeah, that's your sinuses, and I'm like, what? He says, yeah, your sinuses will put pressure on the roots of your teeth, so thankfully that's all gone. Christmas trees, there's like a garden centre near us, and they're selling root ball Christmas trees, which basically means that after Christmas is over you can plant them. And I really want one, but I can't get one for 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't know what way Dobby, if she'd probably chew on it, and you know, like the sharp pine needles, I can't chance it. And the other reason being the grass or the soil we have outside wouldn't be deep enough. Which really annoys me, because I would love to have a little row of trees, like small trees out front, but the soil is like just about deep enough to put flowers or like a very small bush. If it's anything like with any height to it, it won't hold, which is a pain in the arse. So they like seem to have put like a tiny layer of soil and grass over the top of like builder's rubble, so they haven't properly dug the foundations for a proper lawn. So anyway, that's what's happening. I'm wearing I got a new dress from, what's it called, can't remember. You can't see it though, it's got big massive moths on. I prefer it if the moths were slightly smaller, but nobody wanted it obviously, because they kept putting it on sale, and I got it when it went down to a £5. It's just like a little skater dress, but it's a nice length. It's just like below the knee, so I don't have to worry about getting my milk bottles out, you know what I mean? My legs. So yeah, I shall switch off. My mum got her booster yesterday. She usually has to wait on the district nurse to come to give her booster, but she's been waiting and waiting and waiting, and everyone round her's getting theirs. And my mum is obviously, you know, disabled, and she should be getting her booster as priority. Oh well, when they get round to you, I says no, you need to get yourself down to Boots and get it done. So she went yesterday and she had it done, just a walk-in appointment. And my dad said there are signs up saying they're taking over 40s, and I said, well, they can't be, because everything I've read has said it's over 50s only. You can have it done if you're over 40, as long as it's been 6 months since your last MLB decorations. As long as it's been 6 months since your number 2 vaccine, and it hasn't been 6 months for me. I had mine mid-June. So it would be like January, I suppose, before July, August, September, October, November. It would be mid-December. So I've got like a couple of weeks to wait till 6 months. They are bringing it down to 3 months, but at the minute that only applies to over 50s. So, but my dad's adamant that he saw signs that said over 40s, and I think he's mistaken. I think it's over 40s if it's been 6 months. But I have to take my mum down to the Tower Centre today, where Boots is, so I'll go in and have a look, and if possible I'll get it. I did find out you can get it if you've got a cold. That's fine. I know, you know, I was a bit concerned, but I want to get it sooner rather than later. So yes, that's what's happening today. I shall go now and continue my drive and have a listen to Hailstorm. Oh, I'll have to tell you this. Every time I go to go, something occurs to me. The day before my birthday, on Kelly's birthday, my best mate's birthday, is the day before mine. Dexter, Michael C. Hall, is playing Belfast with his band, something at the Butterfly Museum. I can't remember the first word. Something at the Butterfly Museum is his band. I listen to the music, I'll be honest, I'm not that keen. I don't really like it. I do like Michael C. Hall as a performer. I thought he was incredible in Hedwig and the Ag Range. And I love him doing that type of punky stuff. But his band, the type of music they play, isn't really my cup of tea. But they're playing a really tiny venue the day before my birthday. It's like a working man's club type thing. Dexter. But my brain says this new COVID strain, and yes, I'm one of those that worries, because I think the first time we got COVID was like shortly after I went to Backyard Babies gig, 2020 January. I think it was the 26th of January, and we had COVID like a fortnight later. So I'm sure that's where we got it, because we don't, you know, me and Darren never really go anywhere apart from cinema. So the thought of being in a small club, a small music venue with this new strain that we know nothing about at this stage. By the time you see this, we'll know everything. But with my parents and all those carers, I cannot risk. I don't live in a house full of people that there's no risk in, so, you know, I'm not going to tell other people what they should or shouldn't do, but for me personally, and I really take exception to people calling me a sheep and talking about scaremongering and all this type of crap. I mean, I don't judge other people. If they want to do something, if they're not putting anyone else at risk, that's fine. And neither do I expect people to judge me for my decisions in wanting to make sure that my family are safe. Like I've told you guys before, my friend Colin, who had no health conditions, none. He was in hospital for 3 months with us. He was in intensive care. Actually, he was in intensive care, I think, for 3 months. And he was in hospital longer, and he is still undergoing rehabilitation. He had to learn to walk again, and he had COVID. So people say to me, "Oh, isn't it? You could be that one unlucky person." So it's the reason that I have never taken drugs, and I'm not about to get on this drug. You know, when I was a teenager. Hopefully those of you that are as old as me will remember this. There was a young girl called Leah Betts. I still remember her name, and I was a teenager when this happened. And she, now whether this is true or not, I don't know, but the first time she took ecstasy, she basically bled out every orifice and died. And she was a teenage girl. and her parents published the pictures of her in her hospital bed. Her body was all swollen and distended, and she was bleeding, and it was a horrendous image, but her parents wanted young people to see it. And now the parents said she was very, she was a well-behaved young girl. Now we know that sometimes your parents don't know what you're doing, but even her friends had said, no, Leah didn't take drugs, that wasn't like her, but she'd taken this pill this one evening, and that's what happened. Now, me as a young teenager, now I've never been someone, I don't think I would have taken drugs, but you don't know that you maybe would have made a stupid decision. I've taken lateral flow tests, by the way, folks. I don't have COVID. You're probably thinking, how irresponsible of you to be going into your mum's. I'm fine. I've been taking lateral flow every day. Isaac had this cold, now I've got it, and Darren's also got it. Yeah, so my brain says, Lisa, you could be that one person, and people know how monumentally unlucky I am. I'm a very unlucky person. And for that reason, I never ever took drugs in my life, because that scared the life out of me. So what those parents did certainly worked when it comes to me, hopefully some others. So that's my mindset about COVID. Darren also had pneumonia, and when he was hit with COVID the first time, I've never seen him so ill, ever. I mean, he was coughing up stuff out of his lungs that was black. It was hideous. I've heard some really scary stories, and I don't mean scaremongering on Facebook, I mean people I know, and I'm not about to risk it. For people that say we're being controlled, we're sheep, we're being made to get vaccinated, we're the same as Holocaust survivors from the concentration camps. I just want to slap somebody around the head that says that. We're being controlled like Holocaust survivors. I mean, really? I'm going to get on my soapbox, so I'm not going to continue. But that's my viewpoint, and anybody else is welcome to theirs. I don't have a problem with anyone else having a contrary opinion to me if their family are all healthy, even though it doesn't mean that they won't. I know a marathon runner that has been left basically with ME because he took it. But yeah, I have no problem with other people having their viewpoints. If the only person their viewpoints affects is themselves, then fire on, do what you want. But like, I was watching this, I'm sorry, I'm waffling. I was watching This Morning this week, and it was about Christmas and families during COVID, and people having issues, because obviously within families you're going to get people with different opinions. And there's this family, and the woman is like an older woman that's having her family around for Christmas, and she is high risk vulnerable. They didn't say why, but anyway, she has conditions that make her vulnerable. Her 98-year-old mother is coming out of the care home to spend Christmas Day with them, to have their Christmas dinner. Obviously this woman her kids are going to be there. When I say kids, they're adult kids. They're maybe like, I don't know, 20s or 30s, I'm not exactly sure. The daughter, refuses to be vaccinated. It's like, well, okay, refuses to be vaccinated, but she refuses to her mum says, right, okay, but you'll need to take a test to prove that, for a couple of days before, to prove that you don't have it, because your grand's going to be here. Refuses to take a test, refuses to wear a mask, refuses to have a vaccine. I mean, the vaccine thing, okay, you can't force some people, but refuses to take a PCR test to protect her 98-year-old grandmother on Christmas Day. So this woman phoned in this morning. I was like, I don't know what to do. I feel really stuck. I don't want to put my mum at risk, but I'm going to have to tell my daughter she can't come for Christmas dinner. And thankfully they all said, well, you tell your daughter she can't come for Christmas dinner. That's a decision that she's choosing. You've put upon them, your requirements, and if they don't want to meet them, then that's not your choice, that's hers. And I thought, you selfish cow. Anyway, there were more stories I won't tell. I won't talk anymore about it. You know my opinion about the whole thing. Something else I was going to tell you. It's gone. Something to do with the film. What was it? Resident Evil opens tomorrow, and I can't go to see it because Isaac's got scouts, and it falls right. Like, it starts at 7:15. Isaac starts scouts at 7:30, so that's fine. But it ends sort of like, I don't know if I'd be there to pick him up from scouts in time, so it's like, oh, for God's sake, I want to see it. So if I don't see it tomorrow, I'm not going to get to see it over the weekend because we'll be busy with family. So it'll be next week by the time I see it. like, oh, for God's sake, I'm desperate. Everybody says it's terrible, but I love Resident Evil. I'm desperate to see it. Right, I'm gonna go because I'm waffling now. I got all my wrapping done. I think I showed you that yesterday. It took 5 hours. My back, my neck last night. Oh my God. This is a thing. Alan, you may contradict me. You may be the exception to the rule. Why is it that at Christmas all men have to do is buy their wives presents, and the wife has to buy theirs, their kids, their parents, their husband's parents, siblings, friends? The only person that Darren buys for is me. That's it. I buy everything. Occasionally he'll see something like, oh, what about this for Isaac for Christmas? That'll be it. But I mean, we have friends that we buy for, and honestly, if you asked Darren one item I'd bought for Kelly Daveralis, he couldn't tell you. He'd be like, I don't know. It's like, oh, why? It's like, why is it not? And the wrapping. Usually what I do is we both wrap all of Isaac's gifts on Christmas Eve when Isaac's gone to bed. But this year I've done them all because Isaac was starting to nose around the place, and I thought he's going to find these, and we don't have anywhere to keep them. I asked Darren to put them in the attic about 4 or 5 times before I lost the will to live. So I wrapped them as well. The main thing he's getting is a PS5. I know, extravagant, but we got him one earlier, but it's in the living room, so we all play it. And I wanted him to have one for his room. Like, hear me out, because now I wanted to get him a gaming system, for like a PC gaming system, until I find out how much they are and how much they are for one that works decently, and I can't afford that sort of money. You know, you're talking, if you spend £700 or £800, you're getting an extremely basic model that's not going to give you the graphics that a PS5 will. And the main thing Isaac wants it for is gaming. But I know as he gets a little bit older, he's going to want to stream game, and he has a little YouTube channel which he doesn't really use. He's put a few like gameplay videos, but you know how they do it where they film themselves at the same time? Well, I've got him. I spoke to Aaron from Screen Stars and got his advice, because he does a lot of gaming like that. So we're buying him a little PlayStation camera. I think they're 45 quid. So we can use the PlayStation camera in conjunction with the PlayStation, and he'll be able to stream his content. So that's the main present. That is a few little bits and bobs, but that's the main thing that he's got. It's half the price of a very basic PC setup. I would have loved to have gotten a PC setup, but I just can't afford it. I really can't. So yeah, that's what's happening. So I will switch off this time. I've spoken to you for 16 minutes. I do apologise. That's almost as long as it takes me to drive to my mum's. I am now, you know, the big chapel that I always drive past, the Scouts area. So I'm about 3 minutes from my mum's house. So you've accompanied me all the way. Right, I shall go, and I shall check in with you guys probably on the way home. I think Josephine's coming. And here, where is she? Let's get this stuff out. Look at the mess of that my son's left. What a disgrace. I can hear you. Hello. I could hear you. Yes, I could. Hello, Josephine. That's, no, don't hit that, but you'll hurt your head. That's bottles. I said, good care. Oh, there's Derek. Hello, Derek. Derek's a bit more nonchalant about the whole thing. Oh, right, so you can't see me because it's too dark, so I thought I'd talk to you and you could look out the window at the delights of a building being pulled down. Another one. They're building loads of apartments here at the minute and tearing down like really old buildings. It's good because that one was a bloody eyesore. I've been downtown with my mum, thoroughly scunnered. My mum is really hard to shop with. Every coat was too warm or too cold or not thick enough. I said, you're like bloody Goldilocks with a porridge. is there none of these just right? And then she couldn't get into them because my mum has really limited ability or mobility on one of her arms. Oh dear, it's too busy. So, let me stop here. Let this guy out. I don't like when people block off road ends. I think it's really rude. I managed to get my flu jab, but I'm still not able to get my the other one, the booster, until 2 weeks time, when I'm 6 months after my last one. I got my dad signed up for his vaccine passport, which is good. The only thing he's got lined up is a concert with my aunt in January. Status Quo are playing. To be honest, I don't think it will go ahead, but if it does, he will need his vaccine passport, so I've ordered that for him. Come on. That was sneaky, mate. You're supposed to... Yeah, don't wave at me. I wasn't letting you out. It's like Billy Connolly says, don't wave at me, you bastard. I wasn't going to let you out. Oh, that was a bad word. Busy. Oh, it reminds me, the roadworks are out near mine. So this is going to be a nightmare. This van wants out and no noise. Hazards. I was going to let him out, but he doesn't want out. So that's the flu jab taken care of, and it probably wasn't the best. Look at the pretty Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. That's as much as I'll subject you to. It wasn't the best idea when I had to push a heavy wheelchair around the town, intercepting other people out in wheelchairs and loads of Christmas shoppers. And my mum being super fussy about absolutely everything. We came to the conclusion that we can't get her a coat because she doesn't have the mobility in her arms to actually get into one. So we're going to have to find some sort of heavy fleece. Right, this is not going to be of any interest to you. Everything's going to be black and dark, so I am going to switch off, folks. I thought I'd just give you an update that I have got my flu jab. So only one more to go and I'm on my way home, and I shall speak to you guys later. Right, today's advent calendar's Thursday. Off you go. Well, you know what's in there. It's sweets.
3, 2, 1. We go. Let's go. We got those mini gummy bears. Yeah.
Right, for you, Molly. Alright, do you want to do your Baby Yoda one?
Yeah. Okay, how the hell do I open this?
Molly?
Ah, a big. Whoa! What is this?
You got a little notebook.
Mandalorian sketchbook. Wow.
Cool. You do little drawings in there, little cartoons or something.
Look how big it is too. Wow. That's cool. I bet you the next one's gonna be a pencil. Pencil, sharpener. Needs sharpener. Book. Where's the pencil? Let me put number 3 and see if it's long.
Hey, that's your dinner, Isaac.
Oh my god, that was good. I did not expect to have food.
It is Friday and Isaac's doing his advent calendar, and then he's going to go blow his nose. Did they say anything in school about who the COVID case on the bus is?
No.
Yeah, there's been a COVID case on the school bus.
More gummy bears.
Okay.
Wow.
And they won't tell anybody who it is. But you're not a close contact if you're on the bus with the same child. You have to be sat beside them.
Yes, I knew it. We have the sharpener, we have the book, and now, wait. No! Slow division. It's rolled away. Oh no, I've lost it.
Wanted the child. Pencil. Right, Saturday, advent calendar time. We'll just do the Yoda one today.
Okay, now I have to somehow get this up. Hey. Oh, that's awesome! It's a Baby Yoda pen and it has Baby Yoda on the top.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, I can't see it properly because my phone's not focusing on it, but it's Baby Yoda on top. And it does have a face, you just can't see it because it won't focus. Okay, Saturday. Something like the 4th of December.
4th.
Christmas present, or Christmas decoration day. Put all the, oh I can't see anything now. Put it off so you can see the trees. We've got this thing this year, it's like programmed. So you can like change your tree lights to like different colours. I like the bright colour, or the one that's, I'm gonna have to fiddle with it.
Oh,
Can you put the light on again, Isaac, for us?
sure.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go over like showing you all of it, but that's our tree.
And the best bauble in the tree, fish sticks bauble.
Alright, there's Darren full of the joy of Christmas. They light up their
Lid.
initials.
We got that lid.
Sorry about the shadow, that's just all our snow globes and little bits and bobs. This is like a light up thing with my Christmas snow globes. And then just some more little ornamenty things down there. We've got a little smoke tree here
Christmas Doge.
on top. This is adorable. Plays lots of different tunes. And there's
Christmas
Dobby.
Doge. Christmas Doge.
Happy New Year. Like these. These are the Star Wars Christmas trees. You probably can't see that's got little stormtrooper things on it. Darn stormtrooper helmet. Yep.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Usual Saturday night. The excitement's palpable.
Yeah. It is.
You got the little bagel.
No.
It's the little
Dobby.
bagel.
Oh, she's not interested. Hello folks, it's Sunday. Look at that. Hope you're getting that. I can't actually see what I'm pointing at. It's so bright. It's not warm, it's cold, but Jesus Christ. Hello. Yes, I am very aware that I look like crap. It's Sunday. I'm closing off the vlog today. I don't know if I've caught you up with the COVID thing. Can't remember discussing it. I'm hurting a bun because I just cannot be bothered. I'm looking at the wrong side. I cannot be bothered. No makeup on. My tufty bits are all sticking out. You get the worst of me today. I could sing some Foo Fighters at you, but I won't. Yeah, so we got a email from the school on Thursday past, which said someone on the school bus has been identified as a COVID case. But just because it was really long, but this is me summing up. Just because your child was on the school bus, which isn't a large bus, it's one of those like you see in America, one of those yellow school buses, but not massive, smaller. If you watch my vlogs, you'll have seen I've videoed Isaac coming off it. Just because your child's been on the bus with this person does not mean they are a close contact. If you are a close contact, you will be contacted. Okay, fine. Following day, Friday. Nothing all day. I was expecting a phone call if it was a close contact. I don't check my email all the time. I try to check it daily. I don't have notifications on because I get so much crap and adverts from people that would be pinging all day. So I sat down that evening at like 9:30 when we got back from Scouts, and I'm looking at my emails, and one came through at like about 6 o'clock, between 5:30 and 6 in the evening on Friday evening, to say that Isaac had been identified as a close contact of the individual that was on the bus. So they sent this like between 5:30 and 6 in the evening on Friday evening. He'd been to Scouts because I didn't know the email was there. So basically normal advice, take the PCR test, isolate until you get the result. Now, all fine. This is the thing I have massive issue with. The letter or the email is a letter from Education Authority and it says your child's last contact with the positive COVID case was the 26th of November. So we were being informed a week after his last contact with the positive case. So he last was on the bus with this person that tested positive Friday last week, which by this day was 7 days ago. So Isaac's been at school all week. He's been at my mum's. He has been out and about, as have we, for 7 days, as most people have been. So they tell us he's been a close contact of a positive case a week after the last contact. What the hell is the point in that? I'm like, I just can't get my head around it. I really can't. A week? And they're wondering why this is spreading around like crazy. So we got that really, like, I saw the email late Friday night. I went straight onto the thing for booking PCR tests, and I managed ridiculously to get a PCR test booked for the next morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. The earlier you get them done, the earlier you get the results back. So Darren took him down for one of the drive-through ones, and he got that done on Saturday morning. And this morning, Sunday, at like, I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning, my phone pinged, and I'm like, it was a text message alert, and I don't get text messages apart from Tesco to tell me my delivery's booked, and from Darren occasionally. No one else texts me. Anybody that contacts me does it via WhatsApp. So it came through this morning, 4 o'clock, to say he's negative, which we thought he would be because I had tested, and we regularly do lateral flows because going into my mum's with all the carers, and obviously my mum being really, vulnerable, and my dad, COPD, I test regularly. But I tested again on Friday night after I got the email, and he was negative. I was pretty sure he would be negative, but we got the email back. But now we're on day 9. So he would have been going back to school anyway, even if he did the 10 days isolation, he would have been going back to school on Tuesday anyway. But because he has the negative PCR test, now he can go back to school as normal tomorrow. But it's just, how are you supposed to work with that? I can't get my head around it at all. So we spent yesterday putting up the Christmas decorations. I didn't film. I'm not doing the Vlogmas thing every day this year because it's oversaturated. So many people do it. I don't have time. I'm not doing anything interesting. I did film the Christmas decorations last night, so I've showed you them. I could show you. I'll show you some of my favourite decorations on the tree in a minute. And that's what's happening. We are going to watch a movie this afternoon, and I am going to be a big fat heifer, and I am going to have Chinese for my tea this evening. We didn't have one on Friday. We used to always have one on Friday when we were coming home from my mum's, but now I go on my own to my mum's like on a Tuesday, so we don't have it during the week. But we're going to have one tonight. By God, we are going to have one tonight. So yeah, I am now going to attempt to edit some videos that I'm so behind on. And then we're going to watch a movie. So I'll show you some of these. I do apologise, people. I'm not a scratter. Well, maybe I'm a scratter. I know I look terrible, but I'm in the house all day. what can you do? This is my face normally without makeup on. What can you say? Right, I'll turn you around and show you some of... I'll keep looking at the wrong side. I'll show you some of my favourite decorations. Okay. The Grover is Darren's, clearly, who refuses to take tags off things, does my head in. The rainbow's mine. It's one of my favourites. These little robins, I absolutely adore. They clip onto the branches. 2 of them have gone awry. I keep looking for more. Can't find them. Little glittery fawn. I like that. This one I bought this year in B&M for £2 or £2.50. I love robins, folks. What else? Last year I bought loads of tiny little vintage frames and printed out tons of like Christmas memories. That's Isaac's first Christmas. Just random things. What else? Let me see. I'm trying to look for ones that I really like. We got this one in Florida. Molly. We didn't have Dobby at the time. That was bloody expensive as well in Florida, that one was. Yeah, I think I've showed you this one. I got this one last year. 2020. Coronavirus. You had to. Isaac's favourite one is this one. This fish stick. I like that one. It's my little Santa sleigh. I like that as well. My 2 favourite ones I actually don't have on. They're pretty cute as well, these ones. My 2 favourite ones aren't on there because they're too nice to be on there. Oh, I like this one as well. The gingerbread one with Isaac's name on. You know, I think that was a present from someone. So, my favourite ones are these 2. It's the Grinch. Now, these are from Kelly and Dave, as you can imagine. They're very nice, so. And that one. Look at that going. I don't put them on the tree because I don't want... I have done in the past, but I'm just terrified of them getting damaged. So they're there. This year I bought 2 more. I bought a little star that says Booby. And this I love. That was in Home Bargains for like £2 or something. It was quite big. I mean, that's my hand. That's really nice. So that's just loads of bits. I've got a little tree there with Gizmo on top. And I've got all my little Christmas snow globes here with my penguins. Yeah, so. And I showed you these last night, didn't I? Yeah. So, that's it, folks. I will sign off, and me and Darren are supposed to be doing our advent calendars that we bought each other, but he wasn't ready, so we couldn't start. We may do that later, we may not, we shall see. Oh yeah, and that's our little initials, that should be there. The dogs hate it.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle.
Right, on that note, folks, I shall speak to you later. Sunday, Isaac's opening his advent calendar.
Are these also hard to open?
Isaac's cardboard.
Oh, let's go. It's one of those slap bracelet things.
Cool.
Ow!
Oh, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? Let's see. Bring your wrist over so I can see it.
Yeah. As all cactus woman and stuff.
I can't really see it. All right, yeah, see the... Isaac, you're covering it with your hand.
Okay, I'm just trying to twist my arm around.
Right, well, that's as good as we're going to get because Isaac's like that.
Yeah, my arms don't
We'll
work.
not film him opening Sweeties again because it's Sweeties. There's no real point.
Yeah.